So give me 5 minutes and I'll show you the type of testing most beginners don't even know about and completely ignore. They probably focus on something called functional testing, which is things like unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and that covers things like manual testing and automation. And that's where most people start, and that's absolutely fine. But there is another area that you probably need to know about. So what we've always focused on is, does it work? Now we're asking, how well does it work? And this is the key, because that's where non-functional testing comes into the equation. But to have that, you probably need a good foundation in functional testing first, before you want to maybe diversify and move into non-functional testing, because those roles can actually be quite individual and actually become a bit of a specialism, or you probably just need to know them as a well-rounded tester. So non-functional testing includes things such as, and you may have heard of them, performance testing, security, usability, and reliability. Now, most of those you probably understand what that means straight away. You understand performance, for example. That is, how well does the system perform under certain maybe loads. So for example, if a certain amount of users all go on the system, does the system work as it should do? If the system does reach those limits, for example, how does the system perform? Do you still get a response back within a certain time frame, for example? Security testing is, again, probably what it talks about, is how secure is your system? Is it able to be hacked, for example? Are you able to go into a banking app, for example, and be able to pull out other people's information? You know, you've all seen it, and you've all seen the headlines of when things like that have gone wrong. Usability is talking about how people use the system, exactly as it sort of say. Is this system usable? It functions and allows you to do it, but is it easy enough? For example, on the login screen, is it easy to understand how you actually log in? Yes, you can log in, but is it easy enough to understand what it is that the parameters you need to enter, for example, and where you need to navigate? So a system might work perfectly, for example, but if it crashes under load, it's still a failure. And this is where average testers get exposed, because this requires probably deeper thinking. It also needs something called real world awareness, and that's the key really in this area, is understanding when you're building out your tests, what non-functional things you need to think about as well as the functional, because there is a bridge between both. They're not seen as two separate things, they need to work alongside each other. And I'm a massive advocate for making sure that non-functional testing is done as early as possible within the delivery lifecycle that we talked about before. Because what's notoriously happened in the past is that non-functional testing happens right at the end. But trust me, if things need to be resolved and fixed, that could affect something called the architecture of the overall application. That can have a big impact on the manual testing or the automation testing that you've already done. Because if a system isn't performing and it needs to be changed and a lot of the fundamentals are changed, that might actually invalidate a lot of the testing that you've already done already. So making sure that you understand what non-functional is, where it fits within the overall delivery lifecycle and software delivery lifecycle will give you a massive benefit. Now, let's turn this into something real. Give me 5 minutes and I'll get you your first QA job. You're learning all about these different fundamentals in these videos so far. You've learned about what software testing actually is, what manual testing is, what automation testing is, what the software delivery lifecycle is, and now you've been introduced to what non-functional testing actually is. Next is probably the most key part, isn't it? Getting your first job within QA. And whether that is in a non-functional role or whether that's in a functional testing role, it probably doesn't matter, because the principles are probably exactly the same. And making sure that you understand maybe the wider of what testing is wider. You might not be an expert in it, of course you're not. You may be starting your career in software testing, but now these 5 videos so far have given you foundation that you could walk into an interview and actually talk about what it is that testing is and have a clear understanding. Maybe you've done a bit of research and you can do things in your own time. Maybe take certain courses, for example, or even just do testing on websites that you know already, that you can prove that you know how to write a test script. You would understand from a non-functional point of view, like in this video, what performance testing is, what security testing is, and how you would write some test scripts. Yes, you might not be able to create the frameworks or run those tests yet, of course, but at least you understand what it is that we need to test. And for me, that is a real critical part. So I'll see you on that next video, and don't forget, as always, this is all available, this entire series, on a free PDF. The link is in the description, so check it out.